Hey, we're going to Vegas in just a few days. Going to head out for this next weekend. We're going to the NAB show where Scprime is going to do their launch, as well as other cloud data storage providers, both centralized and decentralized, are going to be there. So not just Scprime. We're going to go there. We're going to look for all of us. What else out there? What's coming in this great, grand metaverse arena and the opportunities that exist for us? Let's talk a little bit about some changes and updates, though, with Scprime. We still are real bullish on Scprime at this point, and we're going to talk to them more directly. Let's talk about now what we know. All right, great. If you go on to their website here, you can see it on the screen. You go to scpri.me, like Scprime, but you're gonna have to put a dot in between the I and the M, right? You're gonna go in and you'll be able to read and find. I'm not gonna go into a lot about the project. Basically, this is a way of building a decentralized cloud data storage in a secure manner, taking away from the more higher secure or insecure forms of Google, Amazon, etc., Microsoft, right, where they use our data and we have no control over it. This way, by decentralizing, then we have another video out there as well, talked about how it actually works and functions. We like this, and we don't think Scprime is going to be alone in this, and they're not alone in this. Actually, they're not the first ones. There's others out there, but we like where Scprime is going, things, what they're thinking. I like their roadmap, what they're thinking ahead. And I really like the communications that their leadership has with us. Now, I know that Nerdy Dude Stuff is going to be there actually broadcasting for them. We're going to go and try to just to be able to talk to them ourselves. One advantage we're going to have by us going there is we aren't going to be stuck at the NAB show broadcasting. We're going to get a chance to get out and talk with everybody else. There's a cocktail party on Sunday night that everybody's invited to. If just for NAB, it's I think it's closed now. You can't get it. There's no more invitations available. And we're going to be in the show. We're going there for the Saturday, Sunday, Monday to walk the floor and see more projects. However, it looks as if I misread something on Saturday. They're not going to be able to actually walk the floor on Saturday. It's just going to be more for different seminars and things of that nature. So we're going to have the Sunday, Monday to walk. And we're supposed to check out of our hotel Tuesday by 11, but I think what's going to happen is I'm going with one of my other partners, and I think what's going to happen is I'm going to run over to the show, let him do the checking out, park the bags at the hotel, and we'll spend the day that we don't fly out till 4 o'clock anyway. So we'll get another 4 hours in on Tuesday, because I don't think we're going to be able to talk with everybody like we want to. However, let's jump into what's going on now. A couple weeks ago, there was an update that I wanted to get back out, but because I was traveling, I didn't have time to do it. I'm going back, and in the car, I'm taking a little device now where I can actually record better when I'm driving, so I can share more with you and get that back here to our studio. They can edit and get it up to you. Now, look, follow us, subscribe if you want to know more of what's going on out there. I'm going to take the camera, taking one of my partners with us, and actually, we're going to spend mostly, we're going there for Scprime, but we're going there also. It's kind of a 51-49 to go see who else is out there, what opportunities exist. Now, here, one thing. I saw Nerdy Do Stuff was also offering where you can get a free Scprime miner, right? Well, heck, there's a lot of us in this waiting list that have been waiting to try to get one, haven't got one yet. So basically, what happens with a lot of these YouTubers, and I'm not putting him down at all by no means, because you've got a little niche, and that's cool, but these guys climb in bed with these companies. We're not in bed with anybody. If we do climb in bed with somebody, so to speak, in other words, we are being favored, we're getting favors from them for promoting them, then we're going to tell you about that. We're going to let you know, look, they're actually giving us this to do this. But we're also going to take an independent approach and tell you the truth. And I'll tell people when they've come to us already, I'll say, look, if it doesn't work, I'm going to tell people it doesn't work. So you may not want to go through us. We are independent. We're going to maintain independent, and we'll go. And if we think it's good, man, we're going to jump on and we're going to tell you it's good. But the moment it screw up, like with Planet Watch, and we're going to show you where they screw up. We're going to go right there with it. And look, I wanted things to work with Planet Watch, and that's what people need to grasp. We had 30 grand into that. Why would I want to watch it cut its legs and watch it collapse? The thing is I really don't think it has a future. Here in Scprime, we think this to this point has a future. And we like the way they have a roadmap. We talked about that vision, that mission, the vision, and then you have your plan with dates and way to measure. They're looking at their problems already. And I like that when their AMAs and their Q&As and these updates every few weeks come out, their CEO talks about these things. He's, look, these problems are coming and we're working on it. And this year we're going to have to get the result. Right now, we don't know. So we're still in a riskier state? Yes. But down the road, we feel confident enough that we have the team and we're expanding a team right now to be able to overcome what we see coming as problems. And they mention those problems. One is like bandwidth. What if you are, like here, for example, we have helium hooked up. We have a deeper DPN still hooked up, still trying to give it some sort of hope in life, which was another one of our mistakes we made. We have a threefold hooked up. We have GPUs hooked up. And now we have 2 DIY Scprime miners. Basically, DIY Shaw miner. And we call them Shaw here. XaMiners, if you will. We put the native accent on it here, down here in Latin America. We have 2 of those we just now hooked up as well. And how's it going to affect our bandwidth? How's it going to affect each of the others that are working? Well, we'll share that with you as we go along. We're starting to take measurements of it, and we'll be measuring that every day now for next few weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, seeing how that affects each other, right? So here we go. Scprime, that's what it's all about. Here's some new things we need to know about it, and we're stoked to go to Vegas. We hope we actually really get some time to talk to people and and to really dig in. I got some questions I want to ask, especially with the licensing. And I think I understand it, but I want to clarify certain points on it. Here's some things that are coming out now a little differently. First of all, you run it here, you've got this, they call it the XaMiner or Shaw miner, and you cannot buy that right now. If you want to try to buy it, you go and buy now. It comes up and says you click on it, for example. I would recommend the smaller one, the one that has less than terabytes on it. You got the 4 terabyte, and then you got a 16 terabyte, right? I recommend the 4 terabyte only because of some incentives that I see that Scprime is doing right now for actually not having a whole lot of data. If you have less data, this is why I think the REVOIFis are coming out with only 1 terabyte. It seems they wanted to kind of like disperse that risk instead of having a whole bunch of data like on a farm. And we bought these big 18 terabyte hard drives, 4 of them, to build this farm with, which we're going to do down the road. Or we might just divide them out separately. We'll show you that in a second. You got to join the wait list. Well, we're on that wait list and we're still waiting. And we're waiting. We thought they were going to come out last month. We've been waiting. So we've had, we're ready. We've got coin ready. Miner stats. Here's basically what your earnings can be, what you're at right now. If you've got 1 terabyte of storage being used, say you have a 16 terabyte rig, whether it's DIY, you make it yourself, and we'll show you one we just made right now to conclude the video, and 2 we just made, or if you buy the actual device that they provide. Now, we got tired of waiting for it. I'm hoping to pick one up when I go to Vegas, but they have incentives right now, right? And it is incentives that's going to taper down towards the end of the year. And basically, if you have 1 terabyte of storage being used at 5 SCP, you're charging, basically to use that 1 terabyte, a third person, right? And basically, you're going to make right now about $100 a month with the incentives. But those incentives are going to fade out. They're going to fade down as we go towards the end of the year. Let's drop towards the end of the year. Where are you going to be at? Well, for 1 terabyte, you'll be at $5 a month if nobody is using the data, right? In other words, more people come on, you make more money. Right now, there's incentives for us to get in and provide so that that network is out there for people to come in and use. Well, let's talk about it for a minute. Let's say all of a sudden now more people start coming on. I'm still making $5 a month. Let's say I get 10 of my terabytes being used. Well, it's $50 a month I'm making on those 10 terabytes, right? So now I pick up another, I use all 16 of them, I'm making $80 a month on a 16 terabyte investment. And what are we talking about there? They're talking really probably because what the system we finally got that worked, because we tried using Raspberry Pis, and Raspberry Pis really had a hard time just staying synced, and we're getting kicked off all the time. That was our problem. Maybe it was our particular Raspberry Pi. We then went regular, which is regular small computers. And they cost the same as Raspberry Pis now. They're not any cheaper. So I don't know why people keep using Raspberry Pi when you can buy a regular computer, a small computer, and we just hooked right up. Now we hooked up with Windows. which we're going to try to get off of and get off on Linux later because we think that's going to be more stable. But you're still going to be making $80 a month on about a $500, $600 investment if you're going to DIY. In other words, I call it BIY because you're building it yourself, right? Is that bad? Well, let's say that I have, 32 terabytes, or I have 70 terabytes. Now, I don't think there's a huge incentive for all those terabytes right now. Down the road, I think that will be okay. But right now, I think they want to like spread it out for security purposes. And you know what? Maybe we won't put it all just with Scprime. We'll put it with others, right? So we're playing this. I'm going to go to Vegas, get more details on this. I'd like to go talk to the heads that be and talk to them one-on-one. Because I'm down here in Ecuador, I don't normally make a phone call. You're going to get this real odd number, and I don't know if they're going to answer my phone or not. I should do more of that. I don't, and I should do more of that, and that's because we've just been slammed with time, getting things started with the new office, and now with our crypto mining farm, etc. Here's some things I want to talk about. There are going to be some changes, though. Things that I think are very important to understand is that you go in here, and there are going to be licenses now we need to purchase, right? Where are my licenses? I want to go to my licenses. Let me go to the shop here. Let me find them for you. I thought I had them open. Let me find them. These are the XaMiners, XaMiners. Yeah. I want to go into the shop. Why go into the shop here? Go into the shop. The shop. Here we go, the licenses. What's this mean? We have the different version of licenses. And primarily these licenses are, from my understanding now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but these licenses are put in place to bring everybody in compliance, right? So basically for the DIY, for those who are building your own XaMiner and downloading the software like we did here, you'll need to buy this license no later than June 30th. So if you have data on there by June 30th, they're going to cut you off. So you're going to have to buy a license by June 30th. Incentive is if you buy the license now, you can get rebates back and get most of that money back over this throughout the year. So long as you keep on line. In other words, you have to stay up, I think 97%. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick. Just real quick and take a look at this. You see you have a $99 basic version of a license. Now, from my understanding on this is for each wallet, you're going to have a license, right? So if you're going to have various different units or a wallet, I'm not sure how that structures. One of my questions I want to get clarified. If you know, please write us, let us know. But for each wallet, you're going to need to have a license. And these licenses will vary from $99 to $450. So you go $99, $220, $450. The basic version is just that. Now, what do these licenses do? Let's go ahead and touch on here. Right now, the only license you can get and actually download or apply would be the $99 one. The other ones will come out sometime June, July from what we're being told. The license right here, it says the license key to operate the basic do-it-yourself storage provider node. And these are nodes. Remember, a node, as far as taxation goes, will be classified if you form a business like an LLC and classify and tax it as S Corp, you can write all this off. Okay, very important. We have another video on that. So because these are nodes or you're mining, this is a type of a miner. So you can actually use it for better tax advantages and pay less taxes legally on the structure that are coming out now in the United States and other countries. So in order to provide a node on the Scprime distribution data center with full rights and receive data from the SHA network service customer. In other words, you can actually store the data they're going to actually assign you, right? License adds basic functionality to the standard open source node of auto renounce and auto pricing to be in line with all incentive guidelines. Purchase it by the 30th of April and receive 100% rebate in 2 future payouts in 6 months and 12 months based on the uptime of 95%. So you can only have a 5% downtime, which kind of concerns me here in Latin America where our central office is because we have a lot of time the internet just kind of bogs out on us, right? It just goes out for 15, 20 minutes and we get that lag time. But we don't normally have a problem when we're out for days. That is good. So we should be able to keep that 95%. Now, if you go into each one of the licenses, they say the same things, right? So what advantage does each license give from $99 to actually the $400 and what we have, $450 here, $450? Well, I just know this much. The $450 license, if you have a do-it-yourself at home, you build your own, which we'll show you in a second, that license is going to give you all the same advantages, apparently, as if you bought the actually Exa or XaMiner directly from the company. Now, we're going to do both. We're going to buy the XaMiners whenever I ever get the opportunity to, and I hope to go talk to them and be able to negotiate with them to buy a few of these, right? I know we're all waiting for them, so I just want to get a few of them. We got a few people that want to get them and get them in their homes and help build a network down here in Latin America. So we're going to try to do that. We're going to keep building our own. In the meantime, if we pay the $450, which is one time, after that, it's only been like $99 a year, something like that, to renew it. And so you can maintain that license and you can get all the updates in everything just as if you had bought the XaMiner. So actually, in reality, then you can actually, it comes out to about, well, you're paying $500 for your license. To build it, you're going to pay about $600, right? The computer and the hard drive. You're going to pay about $600 if you're going to go with something. Well, it depends on how many terabytes as well, right? So let's say you're about $600 because you're getting 16 terabytes. So you'd actually, that would save money then. However, I do think there's an advantage of buying XaMiner, so we're going to buy their XaMiners, their XaMiners, directly from them as well as build our own, and we're going to see which ones work. I think in the long term, they're going to want to have that standard, and I think that standard is going to help. There's going to be two different tiers of actual people that want to come in, and one will make more money than the other. Obviously, the higher standard, higher confidence, you can charge more money, right? And the better the bandwidth, faster it is, etc. So basically, that's what I kind of want to update you on today. We're really bullish on this. We have a lot of hope for this. We're investing money already in this. We're going to go to the show. I'll grab a few of them there that we can buy and bring back down. If you guys are listening and Nerdy Do Stuff, you're listening to, hopefully we can meet you there. We actually put on a couple of our little block creates on your team there as well. We got 2 on. We got a third one coming. We'll throw on there too. And we hope that we could actually all work together to build up what I think is going to be a really good future in the cloud data storage, decentralized and in a secure manner. And we're going to interview or film a bunch of others and give you reports. I don't know if I have time to interview a lot of people or not because they're going to be saturated, right? And we're going to be pressed for time. We're going to go through and we'll give you at least updates and reports. And if we can talk to people, we're going to. We're going to try to talk to people. They might do it on camera. They might do it off camera. We're going to go with a small camera to go down there with because we need transporting. We're flying and so forth. And on the airlines, they put it in the bag on there. They gouge us for that to bring our extra equipment with us. DeFi IoT, subscribe, follow us. Because we're going to go there and we're going to keep you informed. We think it's a really good opportunity here, and we think an opportunity for you as well to get involved. DeFi IoT, we'll talk to you tomorrow. But you know what? Before I go off here right now, I promise to show you what we just built. So let's go take a look at it, and then we'll go off. Stay with us. Let's go take a look at what we just built. All right, look, I started to jump off before I wanted to show you what we built here, okay? Coming over here, if you want to, you can see where we have just your basic computer. I mean, we paid like $230 for this little computer. You can go on to Amazon and buy this. It's a small computer. And then we have here 4 terabyte hard drive underneath this. Then we just downloaded, you know, there's other videos out there going into exactly the details. We just downloaded the actual Scprime software into this little computer. And we have the 4 terabytes. We have 3 terabytes now that we're out to renting space on. There's a whole gamut of things you need to do that wasn't that difficult to do. Now, we tried a Raspberry Pi, and we tried that for a few weeks and had a really tough time kept getting kicked off. And so we did, you know what, let's just jump to a computer. Now, it is done with Windows. We're going to try to go to Linux, which is a better system. We also have another system we have that we're going to build here. This system we're going to build our mining farm with. We have another small computer, right? This is mini PC, basically what it is. And this is the B-Link Mini PC series. And we can actually, and there's a lot of guys out there that do the DIYs that explain to you what to buy and so forth. And, you know, it doesn't make any sense for me to put it down there below because you can find that yourself. There's a lot of guys out there that know better than we did. And we listened to them to go out and figure out what we're going to buy. We had this we're going to hook up first with just one. This is 16 terabytes. We're going to hook this up first, then we're going to go ahead and put this power supply and build this so we can actually build a mining farm down the road if we feel that's going to be the feasible way to go. So we have all the electrical cables, everything here to be able to do that, and our engineer is actually working on that as we speak now. So this is what we're doing. This is what we did. It's easy to do. You can do it yourself, and just, you know, you get your license, you get in compliance. I recommend that you actually use something of a high quality. And like I said, you don't want to get a Raspberry Pi. It costs the same thing now as a mini PC. So DeFi IoT, now I guess I could say we'll see you tomorrow because we'll see you tomorrow. We hope you enjoyed this segment of our video with DeFi IoT. Remember, we're not professional advisors. We do this as a business, as a hobby, and we study, we experiment, and we want to share it with you. If you can get some benefit from this, great. What we do is we go out, we purchase with our own money, and we experiment to see what true results are. We want you to be able to share in our experiences so you don't have to lose like we have. If you can win where we've won, fantastic. Remember to do your own research and your own homework. It's very important before you make any decisions. We will see you in our next video.